One of the things I've said many times is that every bad quantum computer is a great quantum sensor.
I met Jay from Boeing. Hi, welcome to the TechReview podcast.
Hi, nice to be here.
And Jay is also involved in quantum technologies, otherwise he wouldn't be here. Jay, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role and what you're doing with quantum technologies.
So I'm what is called a Principal Senior Technical Fellow in the Boeing company, and my job right now for the company, or at least one of my jobs for the company, is to manage all of our quantum technology research. I've been doing that now for about 3.5 years, and came to that from a long background of work in research development, including time spent working for the government of the United States. I was a program manager at an organization there called DARPA that funds a lot of innovative research. And some of those research projects while I was there were in quantum technologies, specifically quantum sensor technologies.
And what exactly is Boeing doing in the space? I mean, we all know Boeing is building airplanes, but why quantum computers?
Well, we're not building quantum computers. Yeah. What we're doing in this in the quantum technology space is really looking at mostly at those other aspects of quantum technologies, things like quantum sensors. We're very interested in, for instance, better navigation sensors. We're very interested in sensors that can help us communicate better. So we are looking at those quantum sensors that can help us do those jobs and make our platforms more effective in the job that they do, so that more customers will want to buy them. We also have work in quantum networking. We are doing work in looking at technologies to develop network nodes and looking at ways to use those network nodes on our platforms, on our airplanes and satellites and submarines, so that we can make them more effective by making them able to securely share the information that is gotten from those quantum sensors.
And do you already see like the real life value of all of this research? Because I think, as far as I understood from everyone I talked today, the quantum technologies are still research only without the real life application, right?
I wouldn't say that's the case at all.
Okay.
In the sensing space, the applications are very, very clear.
Yeah.
So we understand exactly how we want to use these quantum sensors. Our issue is not having is quite the opposite of what you described in the computing space. We understand what the use cases are. We have to develop the sensors so that they're mature enough and able to do the job they need to do in the environment where they're doing it. So for us, that means doing things like field testing sensors instead of testing them in laboratories. So that's some of the stuff that my team works on there. Now, we are looking at how we use quantum computers, but the main focus of our work at Boeing, and I would say it is overall research and development oriented. We're building prototype sensors and testing those prototype sensors. Our work in the quantum computing space is really on, as you described, trying to figure out what kinds of use cases make sense for using quantum computers within our company.
And would you say that these quantum technologies that we are seeing emerging right now will be a standard for, let's say, sensor technologies in the future, or will this always be like a very special thing at the site for very special problems?
That's a good question. So those quantum sensors that are coming out right now, there really are kind of three classic quantum sensors. There are clocks. The best clocks in the world are quantum sensors. They have always been quantum sensors. What we're trying to do is build a set of clocks that are mobile and almost as good as those quantum sensors that are those excellent clocks that are at places like National Physical Laboratory or at Max Planck Institute in Germany or at the National Institutes of Standards and Technology in the US. So clocks are one class of these sensors. Then there are what we're using is another class of sensors that sense forces. Mm-hmm. Those sensors are like sensors that you have in your phone that help your phone figure out which way it's pointing. There are quantum versions of those sensors. They're much more precise and more accurate than those sensors in the phone, but they're also much larger. So they're going to always have certain applications that they work extremely well for, those applications that require that extra degree of precision, like navigating underwater, where you have no features that you can navigate off of. You need to be able to understand the forces that are acting on your vehicle exceedingly well. Those places will always be drawn to technologies that have the highest degree of accuracy, and quantum sensors seem to be a great fit there. They will fit other places as well, but probably not universally. And so you'll see places where they're not used at all, and you'll see places where they're used exclusively.
Yeah.
And then the last class of quantum sensors are what are called field sensors. So they sense things like single photons, or they sense electric fields or magnetic fields. And those sensors, again, you're gonna see a range of applications and a range of utilization that really depends on how much that application draws on the strength of those quantum sensors, which again tends to be the highest degree of accuracy and precision that you can have.
Super interesting, all of these facets of sensory. I never spent so much time thinking about sensors and sensor technology, but this is super interesting.
One of the things I've said many times is every bad quantum computer is a great quantum sensor. Because in order for a quantum computer to work, you have to block out all aspects of the environment in order for that qubit to function perfectly.
Yeah.
If you let just a little bit of the environment, say a magnetic field, into that qubit's extremely sensitive to that magnetic field, and so now what you have is a really good magnetic field sensor, not a quantum computer. So our goal is to take those places where we can intentionally engineer something to let in just one aspect of the environment that we want to measure that extremely well, and then use that for a particular application.
Very nice. Maybe at the end now, a personal question. What aspect of your job do you enjoy most, or gives you like the satisfaction that you know you chose the right field of research to work in?
That's a really good question. The thing that gives me the most pride in the work that my team has done is when we are able to accomplish something that has not been done before.
Yeah.
We've been able to do that this year, and we're going to continue to try to do that in years coming forward.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Jay, for the insights, and have much fun at the rest of the conference.
Thank you, Tarek. It was a pleasure.